Hey Michael, how are you doing? I just started your video analysis and basically I chose to start the forehand, okay? Um, the quick analysis that Coach Life is offering is one or the other. So I'm gonna start the forehand and I'm gonna give you the 10 euro credit if you can give me the reviews and I'll explain that better after. But so you can do another analysis afterwards. But let's start with the forehand, which I'm gonna read your answers right now. So the struggle, I find on slightly wide balls that I hit with an open stance, but don't transfer weight forward, only up and out. When stretched wide, I often run along the baseline instead of forward. So I ended up slicing my forehand. I hit my forehand best in my strike zone as the ball is falling. I'm not as good as taking the ball high or ball on the rise. Okay, those are difficult. Racket, Wilson Blade 98, 69, 19, natural gut. The mace 52 pounds and Lux long power is cross at 48. Main goal, my improvement in tennis is multifactorial. Training, fitness, flexibility, diet, strategy, coaching, etc. I believe in my 4.0, 4.5 level, much improvement is based around the aspects above, but I also believe the technical flaws will hold back my progress. Player emulation, Federer, okay, versatility, power, consistency, no injuries per se, but I'm almost 50. My elbows bug me if I play with full poly at higher tension. Okay, that makes sense. Contextual goals. I want to win the USTA National Championship for 40-year-olds. In the 40.0 division, I have qualified for the state tournament in January. The winner and finalists of that tournament goes to nationals. I could potentially um, also make nationals based on my end of the year ranking. Currently 8 in the nation in my division. I'm committed to my goals. I have a growth mindset and a beginner's mindset. I will take the recommendations as law and I will commit to improvement with your guidance. That's awesome. That's nice. That's a nice mindset. I didn't see a 6. Okay, 7 forehand. Conservative Eastern. I mean, by conservative Eastern, which I'm gonna see right now, let's go to the video. You mean you hold the racket at troop level 3. And level 3. Yeah, I can see right now that you hold it at 3 precisely. I mean, if you check Roger, you're gonna see that he holds between 3 and 4. So he holds his knuckle is in between 3 and the bevel 3 and 4, kind of trying to go to a semi-western, but he's not. Of course, he's in between that. You are more of a eastern, neutral. I'll say neutral eastern. I can see that right now. So what I like to do here is to choose one of your good shots and then work with the good ones. There you go. Okay, so that's about on the rise and you're feeling better. Hitting the low shots. I totally understand that. Okay. Mm-hmm. So some shots like this. Okay, that wasn't the rise. Okay. I see. Like you from what I see right now, sorry, from what I see right now, is that you're doing some very inconsistent. I mean, in the beginning, there was a shot that I liked a lot from you, and I want to use that shot as kind of an example. That was a good shot too. And then, yeah, okay, the first shot was nice. That was unbalanced. That was good. There you go. I'll just go to that shot. There you go. Okay, and then that's the one. So that's the shot that I like the most out of the shots that you made. And because you're balanced, you're hitting the ball low like you like. You like those low balls. But the thing that I need to explain to you is basically that setup, okay? And it's gonna come up with the timing, which you're not very consistent. And if you actually set up a rule for yourself on the timing, a lot of things are gonna change for you, okay? So let's go here. So 18 seconds. Let's go frame by frame. So your opponent's about to hit the ball. Okay, there you go. Hits the ball. And then you go for the split step. That was actually a good split step. There you go. The ball is crossing the net. You're turning now only. So you should have been turning a little bit earlier. That's okay. The ball is about to bounce. Bounces. Okay. And you're all the way back. That's very good. On that shot, that's why I like to choose one shot only. And then we base ourselves on that shot. So we set up rules for yourself. Okay, like here you're all the way in the back, the ball is bouncing, everything's perfect here. And what is crazy is that that shot that I chose, you're actually hitting the ball on the rise. So you're actually hitting the ball on the rise here. And the angle in which you're hitting the ball, like if you see the ball, here as a clock, okay, you're gonna see here 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. You're hitting the ball here at 3 o'clock. Okay, so very vertical angle. That's good. That's the kind of a step forward compared to the other shots I saw from you. But what we want for you to improve your forehand, even though you're using Eastern, doesn't matter, is for you to hit a little bit above. So what we want is for you to have an angle above the ball. Okay, so we call that 2 o'clock. Now you're hitting a 3 at this point, and that's your best shot, like the best shot that I'm seeing here in this video. That's okay if you hit at medium strength the ball, but I feel like you have the potential to hit it harder. And if you do hit the ball harder, you need to go for the 2 o'clock. Okay, so go a little bit over the ball, not so much in the middle. Then you hit the ball. That's a nice follow through in this shot. Nice closure. Everything else. That's okay. And then the other shots, like there's maybe one or two other shots that you were hitting the ball nicely. But like all the other shots that I saw, you were late. Like this one is extremely late. The ball's bouncing, you still bring the ball back, the racket back. That's a ball that was out. The ball here bounces, still bringing the racket back. Yeah. I mean, you need to set up some rules for yourself. That's the main thing here. so you're not so inconsistent. I wanna come back to the shot that we just made. The other one, which is that one. There you go. So that's the main shot that you did very nicely. There you go. Here, your opponent is hitting the ball. You are in midair. Let me get a screenshot going. Then you fall and you start moving to your power position, your uniturn, and then from here, I think that's the best uniturn. You should, and then you're gonna go to your power position. The ball bounces, and you're here. Then you go for the shot lag. That's very nice. I like the fact that you're actually creating a 90-degree angle here. That's very good. That's a good lag. Then go for the shot. Contact here. Here you kind of lose that 95 degree. You're kind of going more to like 100. If I measure that, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, 146. So it means that you, from the lag to the contact, you're kind of opening your angles. It's not much. And here's a problem. I see that here opens a lot. So you're actually moving your wrist forward. Even though that was your good shot, you're moving your wrist forward like this instead of just doing the wipes 90 degrees. Okay, I'll show that on the demonstration after. But also, like, if I just check your angles here, yeah, you're going to 143 degrees. Okay, let me just download that show. There you go. Closure. That was good. I mean, the way you finished this shot is very good. Honestly, you're doing a good job. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, I understand a little bit of the inconsistent shots that you're talking about because they're very, like, the timing changes a lot, the closure changes a lot, the compression changes a lot. You need to find something that is going to be more consistent for you, Michael. And I really do believe that you have a really good shot, honestly. Your forehand is not bad at all, especially on the shot that I showed you. It's just like you told me, you have a really bad time when you have to hit high balls or like balls are not going down below your waist. So yeah, understand. Let me show you the demonstrations, but I feel like you're doing very good. The problem here is all about the setup. Okay, so that's the one thing that I want to show you today. Let me just go a little bit backwards here so you can see me. There you go. There you go. Okay, so basically if here's your contact, okay? The thing that you kind of need to think about is everything you do behind the ball to contact, okay? Because if you do everything correctly here, so if your your reference points, okay, are always the same, the main thing you're gonna change all the time is the extension, so the follow through. So what I want from you, for example, I'm gonna give you my example, okay, but you can have your personal setup as long as you do the same thing every time. So as long as you're consistent, you can set up what I'm gonna show about my forehand in your way, but it has to be very precise, okay? So here's the ball. I have a line here. Okay, so this is the trajectory of the ball. This is the line. I can actually use something to show that. 1 second. So I'm gonna use cable. Okay, so this cable here is the trajectory of the ball. This is the trajectory of the ball. Let's make it straight. Like this. Okay. Hopefully you can see that. So from the unit turn, okay, to the power position, to the drop, to the lag, okay, I'm always above the trajectory. Always above it. What is going to matter the most for you to have a very consistent shot is having the same heights, okay? So for myself, I like to have when I go for the power position, okay, let's say the ball is here, because what I want to show is like my left hand is kind of aiming for that height that I'm going to contact the ball. So I'm trying to read early when I'm going to hit the ball. So let's say it's here. I'm going to have my hand here and my power position is going to be here. Okay, hopefully you can see it. My power position is going to be with the sweet spot of the racket right behind my left hand. Okay, so this is the power position. Once I do the drop, like here, hopefully you can see it. Okay, what I like to see for myself is that the upper frame of the racket, so this upper frame, the highest frame, okay, the highest part of the frame of the racket, is right in the middle of the ball. So I did this, and then when I do the drop, I do this, and my frame is angled at 2 o'clock. Okay, you're gonna see that in the form. So if you see the ball as a clock angled at 2 o'clock, okay, I'll explain that maybe later if you haven't seen my course yet. But that's on Coach Life course, is also on the form we're gonna send you and on the book. So kind of angled, what we call a closed plate, okay, over the ball. So I have my power position, I have my drop, and then my drop. The upper side of my frame is in the middle of the ball, okay? And then I move forward from here, going up, slightly going up, so I can hit the ball at the sweet spot, okay? And from here, okay, from contact, I have the control. Let's say here I have 3 balls going up, okay, which I call the follow through, is also on the course. So we can have them more up, going up, or more going like forward, okay? The big difference is that if after the contact, I go forward a lot, I'm doing a drive in the ball, I'm driving the ball more. If I go up, I'm lifting the ball more, okay? The thing that you want to find is that if you're lifting or if you're driving the ball, it doesn't matter. It matters that you're doing the things behind the contact correctly. Because here, if you're like going more like diagonally up, or if you're going more forward, driving the ball more forward, is different for each occasion. So everything you're gonna do is always gonna be the same setup: power position, drop, lag, same angle of contact, and then after that, you're gonna change. So in the extension, okay, you're gonna go maybe more higher, maybe more forward, maybe in the middle. And here's the control. Here's where you control the ball. But if you have the same preparation and contact, you're gonna have the same feeling every time. Okay? And after the contact, you're gonna control the ball to go maybe in a higher parabola or maybe in a more flat parabola. Okay? The thing that matters is that before the contact, you're doing the same thing, and then afterwards, you're controlling it. Okay? So that's kind of a, if you're a bent arm, which you are, okay? So if your arm is bent at contact, your elbow is controlling it a lot.